I consider myself a loose Christian. I mean, I grew up in a Baptist church.
Okay. Loose Christian is good.
I don't.
Right? Because that leaves enough room for us to actually show you what's in here rather than the doctrine of the Christian church. Right? So get Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse, get Deuteronomy 1 and 1. I'm going to show you what the book of Deuteronomy is about. Alright? A lot oftentimes we read the Bible and we just think it's fairy tale or just you just reading it to drone on, right? Read Deuteronomy 1 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So this is the book of Deuteronomy is about Moses speaking to his people, which he freed out of Egypt. Alright? So now we're going to go to some of the things that he said to them right before they was coming to the promised land. Right? Deuteronomy 28 verse 15.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
But it shall come to pass,
Right.
if thou wilt not hearken
Now remember who he's speaking to. He's speaking to all Israel. He's saying, if you will not hearken, meaning listen, go ahead.
unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Right.
to observe, to do all his commandments
Remember, he was giving them commandments, right? He said, if you don't listen to all these commandments, go ahead.
and his statutes,
Uh-huh.
which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He's saying, if you don't listen and observe to do all these commandments, it's going to be curses that come upon you and just overtake you, right? I want you to listen to this last curse, because it's a whole laundry list of curses, right? Give verse 68.
Verse 68.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, what's your name, big bro?
Chan.
Chan, I'm Ithiel. Do you know what the Israelites that he was speaking to, what they were doing in Egypt before?
Not necessarily.
Okay, all right. Get that for me. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt was the house of bondage. You know another term for bondage is?
Slavery.
Right on the money, right? Right. So now this is the threat for them again. If you don't listen to all these commandments, which we just freed you out of Egypt, guess what's going to happen? You're going to go right back into slavery. So read verse 68. Go ahead.
Verse 68.
Be back in Deuteronomy.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
What's Egypt?
Bondage.
Slavery. Yeah. Go ahead.
Or what they want. Call it.
Yep.
with ships.
With what?
With ships.
How they gonna go into slavery?
Wow.
Wow. Exactly. Right. Now, the book of Deuteronomy is speaking to whom?
Israelites.
Exactly. Right. But who did this happen to in history?
Our people.
Wow. Right. Now, finish reading that so we can bring it home. Right.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
He said, just the way I'm saying it's gonna happen is exactly how it's gonna happen. Right, read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
No more homeland for you. That's why even the question of black people are not actually African, you said you've heard some theories. So our homeland is up in the air because we've never been back there. You understand? Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Who was he sold to once we got off the ships? All right, read.
For bondmen,
Slave men,
and bondwomen,
slave women.
and no man shall buy you.
Now that's interesting. It says no man shall buy you, right? Because we obviously were sold. But you know what buy means? You know, back in the day in slavery, if your uncle had some money, he could buy you out, right? Like if you about to go to prison, you can post bond, post bail. He said that's not gonna happen here. You're gonna be here. You're gonna stay here. That's why today we have the last names of the same people that sold it. You understand?
My last name's Robinson. That's a slave.
Exactly.
That's a slave running there.
Exactly, right? And that's common for us. You understand? Did you finish that up?
Johnsons
So this is one of the curses that is in here. One of the curses, right? And we use these things to identify. When you read these things, get verse 29 real quick because he said he had to go. I'm going to show you something else, right? Because it paints a whole broad picture. Obviously, the Israelites didn't listen, right? And so obviously, they went into slavery on ships. And we are the only people that had to happen to it in the manner that he said it would happen. Right? Read verse 29.
Verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
Right?
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
So anything that we do, any plan that we set forth, it's not going to prosper for us as a people. Read.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore.
It's 2023, and we still fighting for equal rights. We still fighting for justice. He said that's not going to happen for you. You're not going to get that. Did you finish that?
And no man shall save thee.
That's what it means, no man shall buy you. No man shall save you. We've had all kind of people try to attack. We had Martin Luther King. We had Malcolm X, Medgar Evers. We had Sojourner Truth. We had, what's the name that was sitting there? Rosa Parks. We had everybody try to do something for us, but we still got the last name Robinson. We still here fighting. You understand? We still got the police brutality. We still got the low-income housing. We still in the projects. We still sprinkled among everybody else, lost as heck.
Same struggles, just a modern way.
Exactly.
Modern persona.
And the Bible says that's gonna happen for you. Read that. Did you read the last part?
Yes, sir.
Read it. I want to hear for that.
And no man shall save thee.
No man shall save you. And in there earlier it says forevermore, evermore, right? So we're still here today. These are the things that we do to draw the picture. Like, who was he talking to? Clearly talking to our ancestors. You understand? That's the clear picture that we draw. And we won't learn that in the Christian church. Because you want to know who the Christian church was set up by? The people that sold it. The people that sold it, specifically. You understand? So that's what we teach. That's what we teach. So then the question, the thing that we bring out is what truly is our culture, right? So let me show you something. Like, you said you're a black man. So that means you understand how our people came to Western Hemisphere, right? Slavery, right? Yeah. World history, right? Yeah. So what I'm going to show you something is that what a lot of people don't know is that history was already prophesied in the Bible. Exactly how it happened to us. Have you ever heard that before?
Is that good?
No, it's not. Is slavery good? Absolutely not, right? These things right here that you see images of are things that are punishments to a specific group of people, right? And God calls those people the children of Israel. He doesn't call them black. He doesn't call them nigger. Because that term black and nigger was put on us by the very same people that sold us into slavery. That's not our nationality. But that's not our nationality.
I'll give you that.
Right? So that's what we're teaching. That's what we're showing. Now watch this. Give me 28:60. I'm gonna show you something.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Just history. History.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
But now it said the Lord's gonna bring us into Egypt, right? Get the definition of Egypt so we can explain what that is. Read that.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is the house of bondage. What has America been for the people that came over on slave ships? The house of bondage. Read that. 26.
You're not putting the white man in there. America's in here.
Watch this. Watch
Deuteronomy
this.
chapter 28 verse 68.
Now, when this was written, this is the book. These are the words of Moses, right? When this was written, we were coming out of Egypt. But it's prophecy of something to happen in the future that we now know today is black history. Read that. Watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
How?
With ships.
You see, but did it say with ships? It says with ships. What race of people have gone into houses of bondage by way of ship?
So America's in the Bible.
What race of people? It is. But what race of people have gone into slavery? That's us. Now, the question is, who was Moses speaking to? Keep reading it now.
By the way
Watch this.
whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
It says, thou shalt see it no more again. It's talking about our homeland. That's why we say we're black. That's why we say we're niggas. Because we don't even know where the hell we're from. Because those things were put upon us. We didn't call ourselves Negro. We didn't call ourselves black. That's a good question. But God tell us who we are.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Now, let's find out what God calls us. Deuteronomy 1:1. Let's find out who we were before we became niggas. Read that.
These be Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto all Israel. That, my brother, is who we are. We
White
are
now.
the children of Israel. What did you say?
So we're white now. I'm not white.
No, neither am I. No, so what we read was the prophecy. Read.
Is that all in here?
A lot of it's on here, right? We started in 28:15. The reason why we went into slavery by way of slave ships, the reason why we believe we're niggas, the reason why we believe we're black, is because God punished us for disobedience and not following the commandments.
Yeah, I'll run with that.
Now we are the children of Israel.
Right.
Really? That's who we are, according to the Bible. That's much better than being a nigga. That's much better than being a color in a crayon box. or something that was an adjective that was put on us by white people.
Black girl family, man. I like
No. That's doing nothing for our people. That's doing nothing for our people. It's keeping our men in trouble, stored in prison houses, right? Not helping our communities. What we're providing right now for our people is an identity that's been taken from us. Being part of the good black gorilla family has nothing to do with our ethnicity, our culture, our heritage. That's what we're trying to restore, right? And here's the thing. When we don't know who we are, we're likely to just pick up anything and run with it. I see you got a cross, Maui hook. I see you got shark shells. I see you got a
Sons of Samoa.
right. So, but that's not our culture. There's nothing on you that represents our culture. So what we're doing now is restoring that, because what I'm showing you is that we are the children of God. We are the Israelites. We are the Israelites.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong enough